But be cautious. You can diet for too long. And what happens when you diet for too long, your body will rebel. It will rebel. And with OMAD, it's so easy to get addicted to the weight loss with OMAD because it's so simple. You get into routine and it's like fast, there, here, and you're watching the scale go down and it gets addicting. It was the carnivore diet's fault. Okay, I just said that to trigger people. But from OMAD to 2MAD to calorie restriction to carnivore diet, let's be honest here, the carnivore diet was the last straw. But I think this is all put on me. Long time no see, everyone. Hello, welcome. I've been dealing with a lot. This weight loss journey has been challenging, per se. And what happens when you find a weight loss method that works for you after struggling with your weight for years, after wondering how you ballooned to 282 pounds, after feeling for years that losing weight was impossible, that it was hard, that was never gonna happen to me, that weight loss was always gonna happen for the next person, that I was never gonna see the scale hit Wonderland under 100 pounds, under 200 pounds ever again. And then it happened. And what happened was I got addicted to weight loss. I got addicted to that feeling. I got addicted to that hit. Now, I don't want this to be one of those videos that's shaming weight loss, because weight loss is the best thing you can do if you are morbidly obese and or overweight. Weight loss is the best thing you can do if you put on a few pounds that your body isn't used to. However, there is a dangerous side to all of this, and I'm going to talk about the dangers of dieting for too long. Welcome everyone to my channel. My name is Daniella Joy, and I've lost over 110 pounds on my weight loss journey. I lost the majority of my weight eating a 1 meal a day fasting schedule. Some days, or in the beginning, I did actually eat 1 meal a day, and other days I would eat within a 4-hour eating window, fasting for 20 hours a day. I did this for almost a year straight, and my mistake was that I didn't give my body enough diet breaks. Honestly, a good rule of thumb when it comes to dieting, I think it's essential to give your body a good break from dieting after dieting for 3 months. I am no expert. I'm just trying to figure this out all on my own. Unless, you have the guidance of a coach or you're a bodybuilder or what have you. It might be a little different. But in my situation, I dieted for too long and for too hard, and I paid the consequences of it. So as you guys saw, I jumped into the carnivore diet, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Basically, I got my calories really low at a point where my calories shouldn't be low. As a rule of thumb, as you lose weight, your BMR actually goes up higher. You're able to eat more calories. So, as you start losing weight, you're able to eat more calories. And I made the mistake of eating calories as if I was morbidly obese, 300 pounds, almost 400 pounds. I was eating like that, even though I never got up that high. I got up to 282 pounds. That's where I started my journey at. And I thought because I lost weight this way, it was the only way I was able to lose weight. I thought 1,200 calories was the only way I was able to lose weight. Little did I realize that the amount of muscle I put on this year and the amount of muscle I put on recently, I've been really focusing on growing my glutes and my quads, my hamstrings, dealing with a car accident, dealing with issues from it, and the doctor wants me to build muscle because he says I have a biomechanical issue. And that requires a lot of time in the gym, that requires a lot of time focusing on muscle hypertrophy. And the doctor told me the thing about muscle injuries, it sucks because it takes a long time for you to see results, for you to get balanced again. So I'm at a point where I should not be eating that little calories. And when I tried the carnivore diet, I explained it all. I couldn't eat more meat. And I was talking to someone today about this, and she said she's been doing a lot of research on dieting, not dieting, but cleansing the body, because she's been dealing with fatigue lately. And she was saying that she watched a documentary how, linking everyone to their genetics, you know, if you're from Asia, you want to like, or if you have Asian descent, you want to eat like leafy greens. That's like good for your system. And I told her I remember hearing about people who are West African descent, which I'm a mutt. I'm a whole bunch of things, genetically speaking, but I'm about 60%, dare I say it, Nigerian. Like, I think the rest of me is like Ghanaian, and I've got like places all over Africa and all over other parts of the world. But people who are mainly of West African descent do good on root vegetables, things like yam, which is why I do well on yam. And we both talked about how when we would eat a steak, we would get an upset stomach. I remember that I could not eat steak without getting an upset stomach for the longest time. And people of European descent, they were more hunters. So a lot of people of European descent, they're able to eat more beef. You know, they're obsessed with steak and beef and potatoes. Like, I can only have steak once in a blue moon until recently because I depleted myself into Oblivion. So yeah, and that's a side rant about the carnivore diet. So let's talk about how I depleted myself into Oblivion. So I was dieting for too long, for too hard, not to mention I'm healing from this accident, and we're still on the journey to healing, and we've come a long way, and I'm really proud of myself for never giving up because it was hell. Not just like if I had to only deal with the consequences of the accident, meaning like just the injuries, it would have been a lot easier instead of dealing with all the other stuff that came with that. All the personal stuff I was going through / still going through. I did just raise my voice a few seconds ago, but now I'm calming down and coming to Zen. But I depleted myself a little too much, and basically I was dealing with terrible chronic fatigue. I don't know what happened. I probably depleted a lot because I am not an obese person. I'm struggling with body dysmorphia because I just bought this shirt here. It's an extra large. I put on a bit of weight, so I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm like 300 pounds when I'm not. I'm still a size medium. So I bought this extra large shirt and it barely fits me. And I bought something else that was a large and it didn't fit me because I thought I was gonna fit into it. So I do struggle a lot with thinking that I'm still like severely overweight. Like, I had someone comment to me today and they're just like, oh my God, you look amazing, you look good. And in my head, I'm like, oh, I gained this much weight. How could she say that? Like, I don't think I look good. I think she's just being nice. But she's like, you look good. And I guess it's the muscle. I've been building a lot of muscle and I put on muscle very quickly. But I depleted myself because I was bodybuilding like crazy. I was pushing my body to the limit because I'm tired of the doctor telling me it's a biomechanical issue and I just want these muscles working and firing and strong and holding my skeletal system together so my body can heal all the injuries I have from that accident. And I just got like fed up with it. So I just went to the gym and ham. And I have the personality where I will go hard. I will go too hard and someone needs to rail me back. I just go, I'm like all or nothing. And it's a trauma response. Like, I'll go to the gym for 2 to 3 hours, or I'll like do something for like an excessive amount of time, thinking that the more I put into it, it will like, you know, fix, but that's not true. Or I won't give myself a break when I need it. Again, that's all a trauma response. But yeah, so I depleted myself to the point where I was having no energy. I thought it was my concussion. It could have been a part of it, who knows? And I had to spend the last week eating clean. I've been buying very expensive ribeyes, organic ribeyes. Again, I'm not one to have a steak because steak sits on my stomach, but my body was absolutely craving steak. And that meant it was craving certain vitamins. I've been pumping myself with a crap ton of vitamins to just help support myself and give myself energy. And it seems to be working. I'm kind of back to where I was. And this all happened again because I dieted for too long, for too hard. So now going forward, what am I going to do? Right now, my calories are up to 1,800. I'm eating 1,800 calories. No more 1,100, 1,200 calorie days with the way I'm training. No more for now. Obviously, when I get to the point of prepping for a show and I'm depleting, I don't know, I might get that low, I might not get that low. That's something up to my coach to decide when I figure out my coaching situation. And right now I'm eating at 1800 calories. It's giving my body enough I need to refuel. I'm eating 150 to 160 grams of carbs. I'm cranking up the protein, and fat is at around 60 grams or so. Now, I've always said I could always never lose weight unless it was 1200 calories. That was the old Daniella, the inactive Daniella. The Daniella that wasn't training this hard and really focusing on muscle hypertrophy. Like it's a new person. It's a new me. I'm training very intensely, very frequently. I'm training my legs every 48 hours, so sometimes 3 times a week, because that's what the doctor said. With discretion, he did say, take breaks in between, but you should be training your legs every 48 hours. He wants me going to the gym as much as possible. And when I train hard. So I've actually been doing pretty well with this 1800 calorie number. I'm getting enough fuel. I feel like my BMR is through the roof. I feel like my maintenance calories is not the same. So I disappeared to just figure that out because I just didn't know where I was. Now this is where I'm on my weight loss journey. You have to be aware of this. I am very active. I am pushing the weights. I'm at a different point. If you are inactive, and if you are not as active as I am, or you're doing the basic gym workout, do what works for you, but be cautious. You can diet for too long. And what happens when you diet for too long, your body will rebel. It will rebel. So it's important to take diet breaks. It's important to learn how to maintain your weight. And with OMAD, it's so easy to get addicted to the weight loss with OMAD. Because it's so simple, you get into routine and it's like fast, there, here, and you're watching the scale go down and it gets addicting. But that addiction can be your very downfall. So I'm not touting the diet. I think OMAD is a great diet, especially if you're obese. I think it's a great diet. However, if your discretion is advised, you need to be aware of taking breaks sometimes. And taking breaks does not mean going and eating the whole fridge and binging. It means eating at a normal way and maintaining the weight, because at the end of the day, those who can lose the weight and keep it off are the ones who are able to learn how to eat in a way that they're not binging. And thank God I'm at a point where I'm not doing that. And I'm able to eat all day, and I'm super proud of myself. Now, I am fasting. On days that I don't work out, I tend to fast 18 hours or so, and my metabolism ramps up, and I drop quite a bit in the day. But right now, my passion is that I want to get into bodybuilding. And right now, I'm trying to figure out if my body's capable of doing that. Like right now I am technically bodybuilding, but if I'm capable of putting myself through a dieting cycle. I think slow and steady is the call right now, and I will figure it all out because I'm confident in my ability to do so. And yes, I still will be getting a coach. I flip-flopped back and forth on who I wanted to be my coach so many times, but I will figure it out. I am having surgery January 10th. Unless I chicken out and cancel the surgery. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be doing anything until after I recover from my surgery. Anyway, that's where I've been. I hope to get out a few vlogs for you guys. I've been doing a lot of healthy eating, a lot of recipe videos, and I bought this recipe book that's absolutely amazing. And I'm so grateful for this book because it's making dieting fun. And I'm in a slight calorie deficit, not a major calorie deficit. God knows what the calorie deficit I was in before. I think right now I'm in about a 200 to 500 calorie deficit based on my body's energy expenditure. Anyway, that's where I've been. Sorry for disappearing. I just needed to figure that all out because dieting too hard really put me in a depression. It put me in a very bad situation. And this only happened after a year. Over a year. And mind you, I'm injured. So my body did pretty well on itself. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, just drop in some pink heart emojis and I'm sending you mad love. Take care. Bye.